Hello, once again. Here's the news on SBC. The Minister for Land and Housing, Billy Rangasamy, has announced a new part rental policy. The primary aim of the policy is to provide temporary financial assistance to families with a housing application who, as a result of social discomfort, has had to resort to private rental. All applicants who enter the program must have a valid lease or rental agreement, and all payments will be made directly to the landlord. This assistance is valid for up to 6 months and is renewable. However, it is only a temporary measure to alleviate the financial burden on families while they wait for the long-term housing solution. The government's to tighten up who's entitled to claim welfare benefits in order to qualify for a World Bank cash handout. It insists the reforms will ensure the needy don't lose out while encouraging those who can work to take up jobs. Once the new measures are in place, Seychelles will receive a $13.5 million windfall from the World Bank. Areas for reform include home care, pensions, disability and sickness benefits, and the Social Protection Agency. The tightening of welfare benefits comes days after figures showing unemployed people are still not filling vacant posts.
There is a need for us to continue to work with our people to try and channel them into jobs that they can do to ensure that they earn their living and do not have to rely on welfare. But if they do have to come to welfare, because this is why there is welfare, not for unemployment, you will get the assistance.
The way this will benefit the country, that will be well targeted. That means it will be, be to the people that truly needs it, and also is in the efficiency of how it is delivered. To identify the people that really needs it in terms, we don't wait for them to come to us. We'll be able to look at the overall picture, and also the government will be able to even forecast or foresee where the person will need the assistance.
The Ministry of Education has announced the start of the second semester for the 2021 academic year for most schools and professional centers, which is Monday the 31st of May. The Ministry and other agencies, including the Ministry of Health and SPTC, held a press conference today at ICCS to give more details. During the press conference, the Ministry explained how the process of opening will take place for primary and secondary schools as well as professional centers, including private schools. The Principal Secretary for Education Services, Dr. Odile de Comamo, said that some schools will be opening with full capacity, while others had come up with other arrangements whereby pupils will go to schools on alternate weeks. During the coming months, Perseverance residents will have a new temporary marketplace while waiting for a permanent one to be built. The permanent one will be located along the coast where a new road will also be built. The temporary marketplace will be located close to the Narajayan supermarket, which is where fishermen are currently selling their catch near the roadside. The Minister for Land Use and Housing, Billy Rangasamy, discussed the project with the Minister responsible for agriculture, Flavien Joubert, and other officials of other agencies during a visit conducted on the proposed site yesterday afternoon.
The strategy is to open up that section, make it more safe, so we don't allow traffic to build up on the main road. That will have to be done in parallel with SLTA. SFA, on their part, we've met with the CEO today. They're going to try their hardest to set up a better facility, a better shelter for the fishermen to be able to display their fish and carry out their activities to sell their fish. Yeah? On the seaward side, where eventually the dual carriageway will run, similar to Wash Caiman along the coast. The strategy at that end is to improve the existing mooring facilities, offloading and loading for the fishermen. And that permanent market, if we can visualize, would be very similar to what we have at Wash Caiman. where we have the fish market adjacent to the dual carriageway, but in a safe location, obviously.
SBC is inviting its audience to participate in an online survey aimed at gathering public views on the scheduling of the evening news on SBC. The survey comprises of 9 questions and will not take more than 5 minutes to complete. You can participate by visiting the SBC Facebook page or the SBC website. The survey will close on the 7th of June. Good evening.